we're gonna go over all of the things, okay? All of the things that made 2016 great. Okay? Number 1, this can't be overlooked. Leo wins an Oscar. Okay? Leo won an Oscar. Not the biggest thing on this list, but cannot go without saying that Leo won an Oscar for the movie Revenant in the big 2016. Okay? Okay? And he was due, deadass. He was deadass due. He got snubbed a couple things. Okay? Another big one, and this really ties in to last month. Stranger Things came out in 2016. Season 1 Stranger Things dropped on Netflix and honestly took the world by storm. Took the world by storm on God that I don't think that I had seen since probably Game of Thrones or maybe even Breaking Bad. Crazy. Stranger Things came out that year and it died 10 years later. Okay? Next one. Now this next one is going to be a little controversial. It's not because of who won or who lost, but it's about what it added to the year. It's about what it added to the year. And that's Trump versus Hillary. Two heavyweights, two titans of their time going head to head. And you really, you can't talk about 2016 without talking about Trump versus Hillary and that whole thing that happened. I don't have a lot to say on it. I couldn't vote, so that I was, I wasn't really thinking too much about it. But Trump versus Hillary is a crazy pool for 2016. Now, potentially the biggest thing on our list. Drake drops views. Yes, Drake drops views. And what's on views? I'm glad you asked what's on views. 9 is on views. It is true. 9 is on views. But there's one bigger one. There's an even bigger one.
I've played with feet.
And that's Hotline Bling.
No, you're the biggest.
Hotline Bling came out
You know I like
in 2016.
saw the toes. I'm not gonna
Unbelievable.
No.
Unbelievable.
No, I think I'm not
Goated
that
song
sweet.
of the time.
Love to do that for
This
you.
song, it did go kind of hard. I can't lie. It did low-key go kind of hard. Okay? It low-key kind of did. Okay? So Drake drops views. Drake drops views in 2016. But somebody else dropped something in 2016. Kanye, Life of Pablo. Kanye drops Life of Pablo in 2016 as well. Kanye drops Life of Pablo in 2016. And that gave us... Kanye drops Life of Pablo in 2016. You know what else dropped in 2016? Post Malone drops Stoney album. White Iverson. Type shit. Are you dead ass? Drake drops views. Kanye drives Life of Pablo. Post Malone drops Stoney. Yo, what's up, Sue? How's it going? Yo, Tough Gert. Yo. And you know who else dropped? Same year? Frank Ocean drops Blonde. But you know who else dropped in 2016? Bryson Tiller. Don't. Oh Oh my God. You know how many kids were... Do you know how many children were conceived to the song Don't? Do you know how many children were conceived to the song Don't? Hold on. Hold on. Type. Okay? Okay? Now, some other things happened in 2016. We'll get back to the music later. Some other very large cultural events happened, and that was the 2016 Rio Summer Olympics. Now, I'm a big Olympic head. I enjoy watching the Olympics. We got to see Michael Phelps at his best one last time.
He's coming up on Lefty.
One last time.
Lefty giving it his go.
What I want to do. This has kind of always been my thing.
We got to see them reclaim the 4x100.
I mean, I knew I had a good start.
Gets great height and great speed.
Let's watch the finish.
Already off to a...
Let's watch the finish.
At this point, but I guess Michael just knew.
Okay. What a time to be alive.
Come back in 2016
Watching
and win it, and win it.
Watching Michael Phelps and Katie Ledecky take 2016 Summer Olympics by storm, and Simone Biles in 2016, you can't make that up. You can't make that up. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay? Unbelievable. Yeah, like Jonah said, mannequin challenge. Mannequin challenge as well. What a time to be alive with the mannequin challenge. What a time to be alive with the mannequin challenge. Deadass. Deadass. Now, we got a couple other things you might not even think about. Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go. I think Pokemon Go is still pretty big. Pokemon Go was like the biggest game in the world at the time in 2016. I never got into it, but it was fucking huge. Pokemon Go, deadass, was huge. Absolutely massive. Now, this is where we're going to get a little deep. Because something happened in 2016 that I think 2016 goes down in history as the best year of all time because it's the year that we diverged off of the real timeline in the world, right? I think that throughout human history, we were going down a regular timeline, and then in 2016, we diverged. And I think that has to do with one thing realistically, that changed how we all looked at not only 2016, but how we looked at the rest of life. And that one thing was Harambe. Harambe passed in 2016. Harambe passed in 2016. Let's have a moment of silence for Harambe. Okay. R.I.P. Harambe. The world genuinely was never the same. The world was genuinely never the same. And also the world was genuinely never the same when Vine shut down. Vine not only had its peak year in 2016, but it also shut down. It also basically shut down in 2016. And then we have what we have today. We have what we have today, TikTok. And now I hope TikTok shuts down, deadass. Now I hope TikTok shuts down, deadass. After what they did to my app, I hope that shit shuts down, deadass. Okay? Another big thing. Now, this was big in the world. Wasn't really big for me. I didn't really know what was going on. I still don't really understand it. But we had Brexit. Shout out the EU people. Well, not really the EU people, but shout out Brexit, I guess. Now, these next two kind of lead into each other, I think. Okay? They're not EU anymore. Well, yeah, because of the whole exit thing. That's that. They put the exit in the Brexit. Right? Now, these next two things kind of lead into each other. And the first one isn't just a 2016 type of thing. It really spans an entire era. It led into one of the greatest eras of all time, specifically in the music industry. And that's the SoundCloud era. That's the SoundCloud era really took off in 2016. And the reason it goes into our next one is because in 2016, we were blessed with the 2016 XXL Freshman Cypher as well. We were blessed with the 2016 XXL. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Truly. Truly is. Okay? Now, something that people don't really talk about or I think remember too much when it comes to 2016 is this next thing on the list. This next thing on the list. Okay? Now, this was something that I did not fuck with, deadass. Y'all can't see, I know. I know. The next thing on the list is the 2016 clown pranks. I'm pretty sure people died because of this, by the way. I'm pretty sure people died because of this. Okay? Like, dead ass. I'm pretty sure they did. This was unbelievable. This shit had me dead ass scared. Okay?
Clown sightings. The trend that's terrifying people across North America was sightings. The clown is still following this.
I think this video is probably ass. But the clown pranks in 2016, unbelievable. I did not fuck with those I did not fuck with those clowns at all. I did not fuck with those clowns at all. I was in the middle of reading. I need to not read Twitch the comments whenever I'm trying to speak. 2016 also had peak Twitter. 2016 also had peak Twitter as well. Okay? What's this list about? This list is all of the reasons why 2016 was the best year of all time. Talk about sports? Listen, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Trust me. Okay? 2016 had peak Twitter. It's all been a downhill since then. 2016 also blessed us with the fashion trend of girls wearing chokers. Tight shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, God. Didn't Logan Paul film a dead body, or was that technically 2017? I think that might have been 2017. Now we get into realistically. Okay, one more before we get into realistically the most important pieces on this list. This one's kind of low. This one's kind of low on the list, but it's okay. IG, Instagram introduces stories for the very first time. Introduces stories for the very first time on Instagram in 2016. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe what was on those stories back in the day. Oh my God. Oh my God. The things that were being put on those stories back in the day. As opposed to the second time? Exactly. They re-released them. Now there's a couple of large events that happened in the sports world in 2016. One of them being Peyton Manning winning the Super Bowl and then retiring, but winning the Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos after leaving the Indianapolis Colts. Yep. Peyton Manning winning the Super Bowl after leaving the Indianapolis Colts to win with the Denver Broncos. The second biggest thing that happened in the sports world in 2016, wait for it, Cubs winning the World Series, finally, after 86 years. After 86 years, the Cubs won the World Series. And here it is. Here's the final moments as I was watching it. I was there in spirit as I was watching it. Okay? Now, the biggest event of 2016 My dad offed himself in 2016. Is that list worthy? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Why is Unk trying not to laugh? I'm not trying not to laugh. I'm so sorry. The biggest event in 2016, by far, was the Warriors blowing a 3-1 lead to LeBron James. And here's the final 3:39 of Game 7.
Game 7 is tied with 3.5 to go here in the fourth.
Here we go. Here we go.
Green back to Thompson.
Here we
Thompson
go.
Spins, shoots over Irving. Can't get it to fall, and Kevin Love his 13th rebound.
Unbelievable.
Again, I think Cleveland would be better served to get into whatever they're getting into quicker.
Now we're going to see J.R. Smith probably set the screen, getting Curry in the action. He's running through me right now.
Boom. 2 minutes on the clock.
Drives,
Tied up.
Inside, floats it up, misses. Rebound taken by Iguodala.
Close.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh,
blocked by James.
LeBron James with the rejection.
One of the greatest blocks of all time.
Wow.
One of the greatest.
Third block of the game as we come up on 1.5 minutes remaining.
To knock down a three and you get contact.
6 minutes, 6 seconds left.
I lost a playoff game on a phantom 4-point play to Jeff Van Gundy.
Unbelievable. Truly.
Iguodala to
unbelievable.
Inbound. Shumpert trying to stay with Curry. Catches one dribble, steps back, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound tip taken by Spades. Final seconds. It's over. It's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again. The Cavaliers are NBA champions.
Absolutely. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And this is not even everything. There's so much more. There's so much more about why 2016 was the greatest year of all time. There's so much. The dab, NBA dunk contest, Odell, Kobe. You can't even put everything that happened in that year. It was so big and so voluptuous of a year. It's just absolutely unquestioned. That's why in a couple days we're going to be listening to the top 100. We're going to be listening to the top 100 songs from 2016 as well. To really dive back into it. Okay? To really dive back into it. But that's why 2016 was so goated.